Today I'm talking to Michelle and Damien, who just solved a mystery they've been working on for 12 years. They found a memory card full of family photos, and they were finally able to track down the owner this past weekend. Thanks for joining me today, you guys.
Nice to be here.
Great. So first of all, how did you come across these photos? Where did you find them?
Essentially, I picked it up on Christmas Eve in 2009, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember. Our son was living in an apartment building on Riverside Drive in Lower Sackville at the time. And I can't remember the exact circumstances of why I was there. I was either dropping off gifts or bringing him home or picking him up. But I remember picking up the card, and we put it away and we labeled it with the date on which it was found and where it was found. And well, when we took it home, found some family photos and wedding photos and said, well, this is important to somebody. And then we've been over the years kind of trying to track down who owned it. And we only just recently figured it out.
Wow. So this is something that you guys have had for 12 years. That's amazing. That has been so long. Like, can you talk about how over the years you've been trying to figure out who these photos belong to?
I did reach out to media and didn't get a reply. What else did I do? And I tried some other social media stuff like Kijiji, but I was reluctant to put people's faces. So it was like kind of scenic pictures, some people, but you couldn't really tell their faces. And then this weekend, I just said, I'm going to put their faces out there. I had a really good feeling on Saturday that we would find the owner this year.
Wow. So is it you've tried like once a year for the past 12 years?
Once or twice a year, yeah, because over the past few years, it just gets packed away with Christmas stuff. So that it comes out at Christmas time and then you start the hunt again.
Right. Wow. and so can you talk about what happened when you made this post, like with the family pictures on a Facebook page? And can you tell me what happened then?
When I was posting it, like I said, I had a feeling that this was the year. I didn't expect within minutes the post would just blow up and everybody seemed to know somebody in the picture. So then I think it was a brother-in-law of the owner who I was private messaging back and forth, and he was like, yeah, this is my brother-in-law's. So when the guy came to pick it up, his daughter actually lived in the same apartment building as our son did at the time.
Oh, wow. Oh, so it just, that's, of course, that makes sense. That's how you lost the card. And so, so you found it, so you gave it back to the owner, like he came to pick it up, did he?
He came yesterday to pick it up. I almost missed him. I was downstairs. I didn't hear him at first, and I happened to be coming upstairs, and he was just about to go back to his truck, and I almost missed him again. So I just ran out. It was a stranger. I ran out and called out to him, and yeah, he got it. And yeah,
that's true. So he is the father of the bride in those photos.
No, I think it's the uncle of the bride.
Uncle of the bride. Okay.
The uncle of the bride. Yeah.
Oh wow! And so, did you have a chat with him? What did he say? What was his reaction to getting the pictures back?
Yeah. Well, he thanked me, but I think he was just as surprised as everybody else is that I held on to it for so long.
Yeah, for sure. And the reason, just go back a little bit. The reason that you did have it for so long is because it was in with your Christmas stuff. Is that right?
For many years, it was above the top cupboard in the kitchen. We had a little kitchen fire. So after that, it went into the Christmas stuff. And yeah.
Wow. So it survived a little kitchen fire. And it's only like a tiny little thing, right?
So there was no harm in keeping it. It didn't take up much space.
We just figured eventually, I mean, this is somebody's life story. Yeah. And we figured they'd like to get a piece of it back. And, just lucked out this year, I guess.
Right, and so most of the pictures on the card were of a wet tropical wedding somewhere, and there were other family photos too.
I downloaded the pictures, but the first ones there were like a wedding, and there was, but I did not go through. I cannot tell you every single picture that's on it. I didn't go through all the pictures. So the first bunch that showed up were wedding pictures with a lot of people in it. So those are the ones I selected.
Wow. And so were you surprised by how quickly, how quickly you were able to find the owner this time?
Yeah. Last time I checked, there's over 300 comments on it. So it was posted Saturday morning, I think wasn't it? Yeah, Saturday morning. I think it was Saturday.
Wow. And so why did you guys do this? Like, why was it so important for you to keep a hold of this thing and keep trying year after year after year to find out who owns these photos?
Well, there's really cute kids in the pictures, so I figured somebody would like to look back on their kids, or they're teenagers now. I figured they'd get a kick out of it. But there's wedding photos and stuff like that, and you don't know if people are still with that family or not. So,
like, we were thinking, you don't know if those might have been the only photos they had, is the way we were kind of thinking. I said, probably not, but you never really know. And I said, I certainly wouldn't want it thrown away if it was mine. And I mean, it just worked out. Maybe it will turn up some good memories for those people.
That's funny. And I'm just amazed that you were able to keep something that tiny for so long.
Was it was in an envelope, wasn't it?
He took it home. He put it in a
baggie, wasn't it?
No, a used envelope like that. One of our Christmas cards came in, and he wrote, found December 24th, 2009. And when I gave him back the SD card, I gave it to him in that envelope that we held on to.
Wow. And I also think it's pretty cool that you found it on Christmas Eve, and here we are going into the Christmas season, and it is home where it needs to be.
Well, he said yesterday, 11th year, 11th month, so 11/11, which is supposed to be, special.
Some lucky numbers.
Lucky number or something, yeah.
Wow. And so, so you talked to him yesterday, and what did he say? Like, was he pretty blown away to get these photos back after so long?
I think he's a pretty, mellow guy. He was like, he thanked us, and he's like, I can't believe you held on to it all the years. And, he just mentioned that his daughter lived in the same apartment building when I told him where it was found. And that was it. Short and sweet.
That's funny. And so I guess you're going to have to come up with a new annual tradition rather than trying to find these photos.
He found a wedding ring in Windsor, Ontario back in the 90s. We still have that here.
Are you saying really? And do you have hope of ever returning that to the owner?
I doubt it, but I feel it would be bad luck if we just tossed it. It just stays here. And I mean, I don't want to sell it. I don't want to toss it because you never know, right? Mm-hmm. I feel we did try and find through the newspaper at the time in Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah, before Facebook.
But we could, before Facebook or any other method, but no one ever came forward. And anyway, we still have it here somewhere.
That's amazing. And so if you lost photos like this, I mean, now they're on a cloud and that kind of thing, but if you lost photos like this, like family photos of a family wedding, would that mean something to you? And is that part of the reason why you wanted to make sure to find who owned it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest reason, because I often thought, I said, if those were my kids, you don't know if those people are how many more kids there are, or how many of those family may have passed now or whatever. It'd be just great memories for those people.
Right, and also solving a mystery, right? I bet has it driven you crazy a little bit over the years to who does this belong to?
Yeah, well, not really. I don't think it drove us crazy. It just kind of sat there, and we were kind of always hopeful that it would eventually go back to its rightful owner, and that's the way it worked out.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you guys both so much. Is there anything else you wanted to say about this, very cool story?
Yes, we're getting your pictures back.
And there's I did ask that. I said, are they still together, right? So they are still married. So, yeah.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, thank you both very much for speaking with me today. I appreciate that. And, thank you.
Thank you.